A battery-powered power washer. That sounds like a gimmick to me, but I went ahead and bought one and I tested it all out to see if it's any good. And I'm gonna share those results with you right now. So let's go. I'm Johnny Ruckus, and this is Ruckus Designs. Today we're gonna be taking a look at the Ryobi Easy Clean 600 PSI portable power washer. That's a mouthful, but we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you only the information you need to know and get you out the door and moving on with your day quick. Is this thing any good? The answer is yes, no, kind of. It's complicated. Let's talk about it. So let's get this out the way right up front. If you're looking to clean paint off of concrete, or you're looking to strip stain off of an old deck or something like that, this is not going to be that tool for you. You need something that's going to be like in the 2400 plus PSI range in order to have the kind of power that you're going to need in order to accomplish those tasks. When I saw this, I started thinking this might be a good solution for somebody like me or anybody who lives in a condo or an apartment where access to a water source or a power source wherever your vehicle is at might be a little bit cumbersome or maybe even impossible. Being able to slap a battery in and haul a bucket over to wherever you're going solves a lot of problems. Now that doesn't come without some downsides, so that's where sometimes this tool may be perfect for you and it may just not get the job done. It all depends on what it is that your goals are. I'll admit, when I ordered this, I didn't really have high expectations. I've actually had an electric Ryobi power washer that was double the PSI previously that plugged into the wall, and it was this weird middle no man's land where it wasn't still really good enough to do some of those heavy duty tasks, but it was still a little too clunky and cumbersome to do some quick things. And that's where I think this Easy Clean 600 PSI unit from Ryobi really shines. Also, storage is at a premium. A cart with hoses and cords and everything all wrapped up and sitting in a corner taking up space is kind of a waste when I might only use it every other couple weeks. Whereas something like this stores really easily in a cabinet, up on a shelf, below a sink, somewhere out in your garage that, the typical power washer just wouldn't be capable of because of the size and all the accessories. And so this power washer only has 3 nozzles. They're not removable. It's on a rotating dial, but that in conjunction with the 3 power settings is more than enough for the types of jobs that this power washer was intended to do. So I've got a bunch of typical household type tasks lined up. We're gonna go out and we're gonna use this power washer in all of them, and we're gonna see how it does and how it holds up. Let's go. All right, we're just getting started here by connecting the hose, putting it into our bucket, and priming the pump. It can take up to about 30 seconds for that water to come out sometimes. It's not broken. It just takes a moment for it to suck it up the hose. All right, so we're gonna demo what it would be like to clean an entire vehicle with this pressure washer. What is really cool is that it has more pressure and velocity than just like your typical garden hose with one of those jet handle nozzle sprayers, which is pretty cool. I have cleaned this entire Jeep with 3 buckets of water and 1 battery, although I would have a spare battery around just in case it started getting pretty close there right at the end. Just a quick little demonstration here. I wanted to run this bucket as far down as I could to see how long it would take before the unit would shut itself off automatically. And we can see right here that that's more than halfway down on that siphon before it kicks off. So you can get quite a bit of the water out of this bucket before you're gonna have to go refill. All right, we're on an outside stairwell that has concrete flooring, and we can see we've got kind of this dirty, I don't know what it is, if it's dirt, mold, rust, whatever it is. But we're gonna give it a shot and see if this thing is powerful enough to clean up some of this kind of stuff. We can see it doesn't really go anywhere when we rub it, so it's in there pretty good. Let's give it a try. So our portable little power washer does a pretty darn good job on that caked in dirt here, which is great because the logistics of trying to get a full-fledged power washer up here with a hose this long would be really complicated. All right, and we got all of that off, and we can see we just now ran out of our 1 liter water bottle. So that's about what you can expect for a small project like this. And we're going to try some rust here on concrete, and as we can see, it just doesn't have enough power to really make a dent no matter what nozzle we use here. And we'll give a try on some paint just for good measure. We can see it also still doesn't have enough pressure for that. Outside, we've got kind of some mold stuff growing down this wall. It's a little weird, but this washer does a pretty decent job. It actually starts taking the paint off here, so I back off a little bit. This is a hot tub that was drained to have some maintenance done. I saw there was a little bit of like some algae or something growing in this standing water and figured, hey, this is a good opportunity. And surprisingly, it can shoot through that water and clean that up a little bit. This is our rooftop terrace, and this washer on the widest nozzle with the lowest power setting was perfect for just kind of washing some of the dust and dirt down off of here. This is some concrete with some kind of like green algae mold looking stuff growing there, and the turbo nozzle on this does a pretty darn good job on this. Nice work. So this power washer is not for everybody, but I think there's a niche group of people that this is an excellent choice for. So what this power washer lacks in PSI, it makes up for that in portability, storage, and ease of use. I would say this is a light to medium duty power washer. It really just all kind of depends, as you can see from some of the tests that we did. There were some things that it did okay with, and there's some things it did a great job with, and there's some things that it absolutely just is not the right tool for the job. This tool is free of cables and cords, which gives you some freedom and some options to get in and out of places that traditionally trying to get a regular power washer in there with would be complicated, clunky, or even difficult to access. In typical Ryobi fashion, the price point is spot on, and the quality is what you've come to expect with all of their other products. So thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun YouTube things, and we'll see you next time. Peace.